I am also proud of the fact that my budget contains no tax increases for the next 2 fiscal years.
That is what she said in February. But now Governor Rell is changing her tune when it comes to taxes. Good morning. I'm Joy Lim Nakrin. It's Thursday, July 30th. First on your Fox 61 morning news at 4:30. After months of saying no to new taxes, our Republican governors maybe perhaps finally caving to the Democrats. Governor Rell now says tax hikes could be on the table because there aren't many other options for cutting the budget deficit. Fox 61's Nicole Jacobs is live at the Capitol right now with the latest. Good morning, Nicole.
Good morning to you, Joy. Well, the tax piece is definitely something Governor Rell is going to have to tackle here in the coming days or hours even. But not having a budget at this point is creating even more of an immediate issue, according to State Comptroller Nancy Wyman. She says her department has already sent a letter to Governor Rell and legislators letting them know that the budget for last year will be closed. The books for last year's budget will be closed on September 1st. If a budget is not passed by then, they'll have to tap into the state's rainy day fund, which amounts to $1.4 billion at this point. Now, Wyman acknowledges that neither lawmakers nor Governor Rell want to see that happen, but here's what will happen if July 1st comes and goes without a budget.
We will see the governor come out with another executive order on what's happening with the money and how much money each agency will get. Each time we do that, we will fall further and further behind in paying our bills.
Now, that executive order, the current executive order, ends on July 31st. So definitely one more day that lawmakers have to work with. Now, although we have been in special session for 2 months now, it only affects taxpayers financially when legislators meet fully. So at that point, Joy, it is $10,000 a day. So you can see the financial implication for the special session.
All right, absolutely. Thank you so much. Nicole Jacobs, live from the state capitol. Well, there was some mixed reaction to the governor's announcement as to the taxes on the streets of Hartford.
Oh, no taxes. They should be lowering the taxes.
I guess it'd be good for some things. It depends on what taxes they raise.
It's tough enough to afford things these days, and the more we have to give our government, the less we have to have for necessities and other things that we need.
We also want to know what you think about Governor Rell saying tax increases may have to be on the table to solve the state's budget crisis. Email your comments to us at newsteam@fox61.com, and we will share some of your thoughts throughout the morning today. Now to some developing news we're following out of Bloomfield. That's where fire crews are on the scene right now of a fire at a retirement home. Fire crews say the fire is out now. It started around 9:30 last night at the Seabury Retirement Community on Seabury Drive. Fire officials say the damage is significant, and again, they are still on the scene. They do tell us, though, that no one was hurt. However, at least 25 residents are displaced. The Red Cross is helping them find a place to stay right now. We have a crew headed to that scene, and we will bring you a live report in about 10 minutes. Now to another developing story out of Massachusetts this time. That baby who was cut from the womb of her murdered mother was found alive. And this morning, 2 people are behind bars accused in this heinous crime. Police arrested 35-year-old Jury Corey and a man who they have not identified. Police found the suspects in New Hampshire after friends say they were suspicious over Corey's claims that she'd given birth. The baby's mother, 23-year-old Darlene Haynes, was 8 months pregnant when she was found dead in her Worcester apartment on Monday.
She always said that like 5 times, that she didn't feel right, that someone was watching her. I was the last person that she talked to at 11:20, and she said she was going to sleep, and then I get a phone call saying she's murdered.
Worcester police said the baby girl does appear to be in fair health at a New Hampshire hospital. New this morning, remember the Jewett City toddler who accidentally shot himself to death with his father's handgun last summer? Well, his parents will not spend time in prison. According to the Norwich Bulletin, Jason and Rebecca Mattu settled their criminal cases with other arrangements. Both will get 2 years probation, and the father will enter a rehabilitation program. The mother's 2-year sentence was suspended. Both had faced charges of criminally negligent storage of a firearm and also risk of injury to a child in the death of their 2-year-old son, Wyatt. New developments this morning in connection with the deadly shootings on back-to-back days at an East Hartford apartment complex. A fourth suspect is now in custody. The judge set bond for 22-year-old Kenny Hawley at $2 million. Police charged both him and 19-year-old Donnell Taylor with murder in the June 30th shooting death of William Castillo. Meanwhile, two other suspects are in custody for the murder of 26-year-old Brian Rivera, who was shot and killed during a vigil for Castillo. In the corruption case against Hartford Mayor Eddie Perez, the state Supreme Court is now considering arguments over whether the grand jury's report should remain sealed. The state argues that keeping the report sealed balances the public's interest in disclosure with the interest in confidentiality. Some say it could be damaging for those named in the report who may never even be charged. For those already charged, though, their attorneys say releasing it would hurt their right to a fair trial. The Hartford Courant's attorney says some aspects do belong in the public domain.
Whatever we're entitled to, whatever we are entitled to. And there are certainly sections of that report for which probable cause was found that we think we're entitled to see the report. And the public is entitled to see the report.
There's no set deadline for ruling on whether or not to unseal that report. All right, 4:36 this morning. Let's get a look at our forecast. We've got Sam Fury here with us in for Joe Fury today. Good morning, Sam. Been kind of rainy last night, wasn't it?
Yeah, yes, it was, Joy, and good morning to everyone. And yes, actually, we dodged a bullet yesterday afternoon and last night. Most of the severe weather and also the heavy rainfall was confined to eastern New York State and Pennsylvania into northern New Jersey. Even a bit in New York City had some damage reports of some local wind damage and some heavy rain and flooding. But for us, we ended up with a quarter, maybe a little bit more of rainfall last, a quarter of an inch to a half inch of rain in some parts. Temperatures still very sticky and muggy, temperatures in the 70s across the region, those dew points right up there near 70, making it feel very humid. There's still a flood watch for Litchfield County until 6 a.m., but that will probably be canceled fairly shortly. You can see radar still showing a few scattered showers across the region, and that's what we're calling for today. A few scattered showers early this morning. We put the maps into motion, and you can see that maybe another shower this afternoon, and then by tomorrow during the midday and afternoon hours, we could see some more showers and thunderstorms possible before we finally clear out for Saturday. So, Joy, looks like we'll start to see improving conditions for today, and then more showers and thunderstorms tomorrow, but a nice weekend on track.
Okay, well, we'll look forward to the weekend. Forget tomorrow.
Okay.
All right, we'll still ahead this morning. If you know someone out there who's looking for a job, there's a job fair we want to tell you about happening today. Also, more fallout from the controversy in Cambridge. Now the 911 caller who triggered a Harvard professor's arrest says she is getting threats. And some call it a dirty business, but others say someone's got to do it.